What up, ladies and gentlemen? You guys are tuned in to another Madden Underground production. It's your boy Brian James. Got my guy Philly guy with me. What's good, Philly?
I'm ready. You ready?
Oh yeah. We got a big time matchup today. We got Blaze versus VA Dimes. It's gonna be crazy. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this matchup. I know I have. Blaze has been, anxious and eager to get back at Dimes for losing to him in the last matchup. Oh, B-Guard dropping in the building. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I called it. I called it yesterday, and you know what? You're right. I mean, everybody knows that this is the battle for AFC supremacy, but most people don't know this
Let's
the
go.
battle
B-Guard in the building.
I can't hear y'all. Fuck it. I can't hear y'all.
So, but yeah, we get
my headphones are dead. I'm not in this.
Okay. Well, B-Guard's out of here. But yeah, we
like that. You
just
woke
like
up,
that.
Came in and bounced. Went back to sleep. Okay.
Yeah. So definitely would have been cool to have him aboard. But yeah, we definitely got a big time matchup between VA Dimes and Blaze. They're about to lock in now. I don't know if the stream is up yet, but we're waiting for them to kick off or get the stream set up so we can transfer over to that game. But I'm hoping that you all stick around. It's gonna be a great matchup. Most people, Dimes has put the fear of God in a lot of people. I see Burko in the chat. He's one of those people.
He said it, Burko. I didn't say that. He said that. I did not say that.
Burko is like, you know what? I had enough of this. He got edge threats and it's too much going on. So
he had better things to do with his time. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, Burko. I got you, dog.
So we got Dimes ready to go. So we got them about to get ready to go and get things going, and Dimes is ready. I want to remind you guys that we have the Madden Underground podcast every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can catch B-Guard, who dipped in and dipped out real quick. He's on the podcast. We got Philly Guy, we got Snipes, and we also have guests every weekend. The winner of the Super Bowl will also be featured on the podcast as well. So make sure you guys keep it locked, man. We'll be back.
Stream's up.
He said, I'm myself over the whole league. I got you. You know. So we will have you back in 22. You're not going. You're just going in hibernation until 22, right? Burko, just want to make sure we're gonna have you back for 22. So definitely, man. So we got a big time matchup. We're gonna see how this pans out. They seem to be kicking off now.
In the snow.
In the snow, man. We got a snow matchup. And Dimes is gonna take possession of the ball first. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see how this pans out. So Dimes will be taking over the ball on the 25-yard line. Oh, okay. You said 21. Okay, I'm curious. You never know. I thought you was done for the year, man. We'll see what's up. So he said
he just needs a little break, man.
He need a break. We all need it. So yeah, we got Dimes taking over at the 25-yard line. Blades is on defense, and we're gonna see if what comes of this matchup, man. How do you feel about this matchup, Philly?
Well, I feel really good because only spread can defeat spread. So they're going to be using the same playbook, and we get to see who's mastered this playbook. I mean, the spread playbook, we talked about it yesterday. It's been the most dominant playbook in the Madden Underground season. The Dallas Cowboys use it, the Ravens use it, the Texans use it, and my only problem is that this game is in the snow. So I don't know if it's going to be as high scoring as we would have hoped.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be even more high scoring because of the snow.
All right. Hey, let's see, man. Let's see.
Burko said over or under 40 rushing attempts in this game for both teams.
Under.
Okay. And Dime starts off with a pass and it gets nowhere. It gets him absolutely nowhere. Again, I want to shout out to all the moderators and all the Madden Facebook groups that allow us to post in your groups and sharing the link, and the Reddit users, Madden group leaders that shared the link for us. We greatly appreciate that. It's been helping with our viewership, so I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's keep it going. Oh, here we go. A great dot by Dimes, getting him to the 40-yard line, or maybe the 39.
Yeah, I mean, this is a heavyweight bout. You get an incomplete pass and then you get a first down. So They both look like they've done their homework.
Definitely. I can't wait to see what comes of this matchup, man. This is a big time matchup right here. And Dimes he's on a roll right now. He's throwing dot after dot. That's 2 dots in a row. And Blaze has an extremely fast defense with these Ravens of his. I think he has a 95 speed corner on one side, I think a 97 speed corner on the other side. He has I think a 93 speed corner on the slot. So, and then the safeties, the defense is fast.
Yeah,
let's
see if the defense is extremely fast.
And
I think Blaze deserves a lot of credit. He had the unfortunate task of drafting number 1 overall in the lottery. He took the Ravens and he made them better. He made them faster. He made them better. And he's going to need every bit of speed against VA Dimes offense.
Definitely. And Dimes has an open field. He's on his horse. Pollard is breaking to the outside. He tiptoes and makes his way into the end zone.
In for the touchdown.
Dimes on the board first.
Dimes is on the board first. And, Blaze ran a lot of man coverage. He was bringing the heat. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Nah, Dimes
against Dimes.
He's man coverage up for breakfast with that offense of his. Blaze, I want to see what Blaze is bringing to the table on the offensive side of the ball, man. That was a quick touchdown. I thought it took just little under 2 minutes off the clock, and he's already on the board, man. That's crazy.
Now you're in VA Dimes division.
Yeah.
So what are some of the strategies that you use, and what are some of the things that you saw that were successful when you're playing against VA Dimes' offense? What do you have to do?
You have to account for the horizontal movement on the field. Out of respect to him, he has improved his passing a lot downfield. So now he takes more downfield shots when previous years or previous seasons he didn't. Usually you would try to force him to throw downfield, but now he's developed his players so much in the league that they're ready to throw downfield. They're ready to make those moves. So we'll see what's going on. I also Dime is clearly setting his audibles or something like that, so we'll be right back to that in a second. I guess he doesn't want the world to see his audibles. I guess they're a big secret now. So when guys have OBS and things like that, when they stream, they can hide their audibles from the public, and the public can't see the things and adjustments that they're making. We would love to see what's behind the curtains, or was revved up in the VA Dimes engine, man. But he's keeping that a top secret right now. I guess because he knows MP is watching. MP put on a stellar performance yesterday against Woody too as well. So I'm looking to see which one of these two guys will be facing MP in the Super Bowl.
He did. He kept the unbeaten streak alive, and he was clutch when he had to be.
Definitely.
That says a lot when you're playing against wide receiver Woody. So congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. They made it back to the Super Bowl, and we know that their work isn't done.
And Blaze gets a gouges Dimes for some positive yardage, a gain of 9 on the play. He said, why aren't the Bills in the AFC Championship? Because you aren't the Bills anymore. So that's why the Bills aren't in the AFC Championship. So Burko's asking why isn't the Bills in the AFC Championship? I guess he thinks that team was qualified enough to be there based on the way he built them. But, the guy that took over him wasn't able to beat Dimes with that team. And Blaze is out of there. You're not catching this guy from behind. Oh, and he did.
There you go. Never say never. I mean, this goal line formation is a little bit surprising, but it's been effective. And we'll have to see if Blaze is going to be able to punch this in and tie the game up.
If he just sticks to the script and run the rock, I think so. That's basically what Dimes is giving you. If you can run out of a set that you can pass out of, you generally have a lot of success against VA Dimes. That's just my personal opinion. And And in the times that I was able to defeat him, that was my game plan, was to run out of formations I could also pass out of. And here we go. Blaze runs the rock, bounces outside. Oh, and I hate that animation. That dude dove, hit the ground, crawled, and made the tackle. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And that could be something that messes with the mental psyche of a player, because that dude dove, hit the ground, animated like just, I don't know, man. That's crazy. But yeah, that should have been a touchdown.
Hey, he made the tackle.
He made the tackle.
He made the tackle. And it was a huge tackle because now it's 3rd and goal.
From the 4-yard line.
Right? Or do you throw?
I'm going to keep on running. That is crazy. I would have never done that.
And we got our answer.
I would have never done that.
We got our answer. And Dimes holds Blaze to 3 points. I mean, I think that was a huge stop. Huge stop.
That was an amazing stop by Dimes. That's what you don't want to do against Dimes. You don't want to get all the way down to the end zone when you make the plays necessary to get into the end zone, but get all the way down to the goal line and not be able to punch it in. That could be heartbreaking, gut-wrenching to a certain extent for a player, because you know what you're up against when you get back on defense. You're back on your heels.
Yeah, I mean, definitely back on your heels. And that was actually great user by VA Dimes, because he took Lamar Jackson one-on-one and forced Blaze to try to throw the swing pass, and everything was locked up. So that was a hell of a stop.
And to Dimes' Dimes basically has the upper hand because they're running variations of his offense. Like everybody's that's remaining in the playoffs are running something that he is quite familiar with. So he knows what to cover, what to jump, what to wait for, exactly what to expect when you face off with a guy like Dimes.
And like you said, he's added to his downfield passing, and his players are ready for that. So that just adds to the dimensions and the levels of his scheme.
Yeah. And he's hitting you vertically, he's hitting you horizontally, he is hitting curls, he is taking off at the quarterback, and he's running the ball. That is a lot of dynamics to account for on the defensive side of the ball if you're playing defense.
It is. And to Blaze's credit, Blaze is forcing him to do that. Blaze is not trying to give up any big plays. I think he's settled down defensively. He's mixed up his coverages, and he's doing a good job. So still got a long way to go as we wrap up the end of the first quarter. But Blaze is not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. He's not out of this at all. So
I'm pumped up, man. We went into the second quarter. Dimes back, has possession of the ball again. Blaze is okay. He put 3 points up, and he's getting the ball back at the half. So if he's able to get a stop here, he might be able to make something happen. A lot of people have counted Blaze out, written him off, but I think he still has an opportunity to make some plays and keep himself afloat in this game. Oh! You have to account for that guy. And if that guy's lined up at tight end, you need to make sure that, he's definitely accounted for.
He is. And that was beautiful defense, because Blaze waited to the last second, audibled into man coverage, and Dimes was lucky to get out of there with the completion. But this is a good strategy by Blaze. He's forcing Dimes to run the football. Oh,
wow.
Oh, and he just forced him to go outside. That was a great adjustment. That slot got wide open. So
you're gonna have to throw some. I think he's gonna have to run a bit more zone coverage and make some man coverage adjustments within those zone coverage plays. to make the necessary happen. Great stop, great play.
I agree with you, especially adjusting the zones when you see that you're not going to be getting beat deep. Excuse me, being on the 29-yard line. So,
he had an interception. It was great coverage on the play.
That was a huge play. That was a huge mistake by VA Dimes. Great defense by Blaze. It's 3rd and 11, and I gotta believe that VA Dimes is going to be pretty aggressive here. I mean, he's already in field goal range, so this might be a chance for Blaze to make another big play and possibly come away with a turnover.
And another wide open man by Dimes. And he has guys. These guys are just wide open, and it's not like he's throwing. That was that one play where Blaze dropped the interception was a rare case scenario where the guys were covered. But all game, these guys have just been wide the hell open.
And I think in the Madden community, we know that if your players drop an interception, it's usually not a good sign of things to come on that drive. So,
great defense by Blaze right there.
Yeah, we forced him into a loss. And
at this point, you're just trying to hold him to 3.
Yeah, you're definitely trying to do that. And it seems like Dimes is playing a little bit of a mind game here. Because a lot of time has come off the clock. Oh wow. That was a huge tackle. But he's definitely not trying to leave Blaze with any time left in his half. And those are all the elements of the game that you have to consider. You got to consider your field position. You got to consider how much time is left on the clock, who's getting the ball back at halftime. And this could be a really, really big stop for Blaze if he can hold VA Dimes here.
Oh yeah, Dimes is in a great position right now. He has the ball. He's up 4 right now. He can increase that lead by either scoring a touchdown or taking the 3. And so far he's played solid defense. So we'll see if Blaze is able to make any adjustments to combat what it is that Dimes is doing right now.
And I think that VA Dimes took that time out because it looks like he wants to incorporate his quarterback in whatever play he wants to use here. And he doesn't want Jackson to be tired. So
we saw this formation win a game yesterday, and maybe almost this exact play win a game yesterday against Woody in the series between the matchup between MP and Woody yesterday in the NFC Championship. And definitely these guys are fully aware of what's going to be open in these formations. So you want to make sure you account for every player, every formation adjustment or substitution. You want to locate Devontae Adams because Devontae Adams has been, packaged in different places all throughout the game and found himself being wide open a lot of the time, most of the time throughout this game.
Yeah, and Blaze did a great job because, like you said, we saw that yesterday. And Blaze covered the right part of the field, took it away from VA Dimes, forced him out of the pocket, and held him to 3 points. So he's got a little under 2 minutes left to go. Got all his timeouts. He's getting the ball back at halftime, and he's only down a touchdown. So he can run his offense. There's no need to force anything, and hopefully he can put himself in the driver's seat.
Definitely. We like I said, this has been a great matchup and it's living up to everything that it was supposed to be. Let's see if Blaze can make something happen on the offensive side of the ball. And Blaze has the receivers on that play, they normally get out and block. Like they get out and aggressively block on these plays. So I'm eager to see what he's able to put together right now.
I don't know if you noticed this, but I see that Morig is actually being used in the middle of the field, and normally that's where Crossing plays. So It looks like Dimes has moved Crossing around. He's out there somewhere on the field, and Dimes is taking something away from Blaze.
No, he has to account for that speed. Like that's a lot of speed out there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got Waddle on the outside, you got Hollywood Brown, you got Bateman. That's a lot of speed on the field. That's 97, 97, 95 on offense. And you can't, crossing serves no purpose on the inside if you got speedy guys in the slot. So you have to, put crossing in the slot to count for those speedy guys. All right, you got a third and what seems to be 7 or 8 again. Oh, 4. Third and 4. He actually gained some yards on that.
And we haven't called out Montez Sweat or Chase Young's name just yet. So Blaze is doing a good job of not holding on to the football. He's well aware of those edge threats, and he's called an excellent game so far.
Yeah, he's playing very conservative. He's making sure that he accounts for those players, finds out where those players are located before snapping the ball, because at any given time those dudes can go off. We know we've seen Sweat go off. We've seen all the superstars go off in different situations. So here we go. Lamar takes off, he gets down. He gets down.
Woo!
Great play by Lamar Jackson. Big play, big game. 33 seconds left on the clock in the first half. And let's see if Dimes can pull out a stop, or if Blaze can find his way to the end zone to tie the game. If Blaze gets 3 out of this, he's getting the ball back, so it would still be a successful drive.
Absolutely, and that's one element of his game that he's added that we didn't see in his previous playoff appearances. He is running with Lamar, so he's giving you everything. He is definitely incorporating all of that speed.
And he goes no huddle and spikes the ball to save that timeout. Preserve the timeout. I like it. I know he was trying to get out of bounds. He was hoping to get out of bounds on that play. But Dimes did a great job of concealing the sidelines and making sure the players stayed in bounds.
And I was just getting ready to say that he hasn't done this too much, but he is going empty set. And you always say nothing good ever comes from an empty backfield. So
no, nothing ever. And Dimes' play art looks crazy, and he dropped it. Or did he catch it?
No, he held on to it.
Oh, okay. We got a first down here.
Yeah, he held on to it.
He called the timeout. Okay, you're in position. I think so. Do you take a shot here to the end zone and see what you can do, or do you just go ahead and take the 3?
I would have to. If I'm getting the ball back, I'm taking a 3. Because
Okay.
you're not going to run the ball.
No, you're not.
You're not going to run the ball. So what plays do you have that are going to get you 30 yards?
Yeah, that's true. Take the 3. Go to the half and get the ball back. But he's going empty set. Oh, he's going 3 wide. Trips left.
And Dimes has to know that this is a pass.
And he catches the ball inbounds.
And there it is. You won't get any points out of this.
You lose time. You just basically wasted a down and may have. Ouch. That could be costly. That could be extremely costly right there. That is what you don't do. Yeah, that was a terrible play call. You had to take the 3. There was no other option but take the 3 in that situation. And Blaze is a coach, a real football coach. You would think maybe, I don't know, maybe he was thinking they were going to hustle back to the line. He was going to be able to spike it. But this isn't real life. They're going to run 10 seconds off the clock every time. And all you had left was 10 seconds. So, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he was looking for something, and then his muscle memory kicked in, and he just dumped it off, as opposed to rolling out and throwing the ball away. So
and Dimes is making some adjustments. Let's check out these adjustments Dimes is making before he fades to throws the curtains up and not let us see anything that he's doing. Okay, he's just looking around, checking to make sure things are in order. I thought we were going to see something secretive,
Well, he's making little minor adjustments.
Oh, there he goes. He's making those adjustments.
There you go. So, what do you expect for Blaze to do in the second half? Because it seemed like his first drive was great. He's running the ball, but it seemed like he tried to pass a little bit more, even though he had 3 timeouts and 2 minutes left to go before the half.
These dudes are in a boxing match right now. They've both just been jabbing right now. They're just throwing jabs. Eventually somebody's gonna throw a haymaker and go for a knockout shot, and I'm just waiting for that to happen. We'll see if it happens. So let's get back to the action though.
Yeah, we almost saw that there. We saw a huge play. Blaze was able to catch the ball, but B.A. Dimes had his defenders right there on that swing pass. And that could have been that knockout blow that you were talking about. That could have been the haymaker.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's 2nd and 2.
First down. First down on the play. And Blaze's offense has been moving. He's been moving the chains. It's just the play calling in the red zone in those complicated situations. That's where it gets a bit tricky in those type of situations. So we'll see how it pans out. So we got a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that play clock is ticking down. I hope he doesn't have to time out here. But it's looking like he may lose one of his timeouts.
Definitely.
By the time he gets to the line of scrimmage. And you know, that's going to be unfortunate.
Definitely. I like what I'm seeing here. He's been sticking to the game plan, sticking to the script. Most people deviate from the plan when they get down and they see it. They feel like the time is running out and they're up against the clock. But he's been sticking to the script, and he hasn't, eluded the game plan or deviated from the game plan that he came into the game with. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign.
It is, and he was able to get 1 yard out of that.
Should have lost about 5.
That was actually a win.
Yeah,
that was actually a win.
So Dimes has Morig at that middle backer / rover position right now, and he is looking like he's ready to lurk something. Oh, ankle shoelace tackle. That has to hurt.
Yeah, and they're there. And this is 3rd and 10.
Hello.
What up, B-Guard? What's good, man? You can hear us now?
Yeah, I can check out. Yeah. Just had to charge it a little bit.
Okay. You got Dime stream up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Awesome. We got B-Guard with us, man. If you guys don't know who B-Guard is one of the most vocal people in the Madden Underground community when it comes down to just anything. So,
huge play, huge first down by Blaze, and glad B-Guard can join us. This is usually around the time he wakes up.
Who is in the helicopter right now?
Yeah, I mean, they don't know he's like the biggest Tim Tebow fan that exists in America right now.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Somebody sound like they're in the helicopter. But yeah, definitely we got B-Guard in the building. And Blaze I thought he was going to cut that up. He had an opportunity to cut it up and maybe get about 5 more yards, but it was a gain of 4, which is positive. And anything in the positive direction is always a great thing. So
exactly.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep the chains moving. Shout out to everybody tuned in right now. Appreciate your viewership. Want to make sure we let you guys know that we appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like, follow, subscribe button wherever you may be watching at. And check out Madden Underground. We got a lot of great things coming. How do you guys feel about the leak of the Madden cover? GameStop out here just sabotaging EA right now. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel like you had something to do with it, honestly. I know it's something that you enjoyed, that you celebrated.
No, yeah, definitely. Anytime Derrick Henry's on the cover.
Derrick Henry?
Yeah, man. It's going to be.
Oh, no. It's going to be a running game.
God damn right it is.
By Lloyd.
Oh, well.
And B-Guard's still going to win.
No, B-Guard is a gunslinger. He can't run the football. I said it on the air. There it is. It's not your strength. It's fine. It's fine.
Cool. I've dominated and run first games as well, so.
True indeed.
We'll see. You're talking to Derrick Henry's coach over there, and
I'm just happy we got a cover again.
I like to run the ball myself, so
I was gonna put the cover on the T-shirt.
Cover on the T-shirt. That's where it belongs.
Another may have been a big run by Blaze, but Dime was able to patch up those holes and keep him to 7 yards. Keep him to a gain of 7 yards right there. I'm liking what Blaze is doing right now. He seems to have found a weakness in the defense, and he's exploiting it. Let's see if he can keep with it, stick with it, and punch the ball into the end zone.
Absolutely, because that 3rd and 10 conversion was huge, and he went vertical. hit the tight end in the seam, and he has been running the football successfully, and he's been mixing up his plays. So the only thing left for him right now is to punch it in, like you said, and get those points up on the board.
Definitely. Oh. You got to hit that hurdle button. Just start mashing Y. You know they going for them ankle tackles.
3rd and 6. Will we see an RPO here?
Yeah. I think Blaze is confident on the defensive side of the ball now. So he's gonna do some things now that he probably wouldn't ordinarily do. And that wasn't the call. That was the run was there. Should have took the run. It's called an RPO. Read pass option. That means you have to read your options. Run pass option, I should say. But yeah, he definitely made the wrong read on that play. The run was there. He should have gave it to the back and let the back run right into the end zone because Dimes knew he was going to take off of Lamar. He was definitely ready.
Now, how do you feel about him calling a timeout here? Because we didn't see him take the 3 before the end of the half, and I don't know what reason he would possibly have for calling a timeout unless he intends on going for this. Do you think this is the right play?
I don't know what the play is. This is one of them scenarios where the outcome determines whether it was the right thing to do.
No, you can't. No, that's not an answer. That's not an answer. Would you be going for it right now?
Me personally, no. I would have taken the 3, but I would have taken the 3 before the half as well. So that would have only had us down by 1 at this point. So I would have, Oh, and he catches it. What a great catch. And it was the right call. Like I said, it depends on the outcome. It depends on the outcome. That's why I say when I say it depends on the outcome. If he catches it, it was the right call. But if he misses it, it was definitely the wrong call. And it's not fair to play it that way, but in reality, that's just how it works.
Yeah, that's a hindsight is 2020 though.
That was a good call. That was a good call. Like, you can't beat Dimes with field goals.
You can't.
He's already up 7. You take a field goal here, you're pretty much conceding the game. You got to get a touchdown, and then you got to get a touchdown quick. To be fair, and then you got to stop him again, and that's a tough task. Even though I feel like Blaze has done a really good job at slowing the game down, and this is exactly how you beat Dimes: is you got to slow the game down. You cannot win a shootout against Dimes.
Definitely.
Okay, so if he would have made that field goal before the half, would you have been a fan of him kicking the field goal in that situation, B-Guard?
No. Dimes can still run out the clock. Dimes plays a slow, methodical pace. I'd still go for it. Because worst case scenario, he's backed up. You still got the whole fourth quarter. Like no. If you keep him to a field goal, you're still within a touchdown. No, you got to go for it.
So when do you trust your defense? Because it sounds to me like you don't have any faith.
It's not that I don't trust my defense. It's not that I don't trust the defense. It's I know the way Dimes plays, he'll get 3 yards here, 2 yards here,
and that's basically what he's been.
5 yards. If he needs 5 yards on 3rd down, he's gonna get 6. If he needs 10 yards on 3rd down, he'll get
1,000 paper cuts. 1,000 paper cuts. That's what it feels like when you play Dimes. 1,000 paper cuts. He's just slicing you here, slicing you there, slicing you everywhere, and you just sitting there like, oh man, I can't. And it hurts. It's not bleeding you out, but eventually, all of those wounds eventually take its toll. And that's what's happening right now.
Well, and I hear you guys. I'm just saying that.
Ooh, great defense, great stop.
Now,
way to fight off the block.
I'm not a fan. I will say I'm not a fan of this play calling in the red zone. Like anything that had you going horizontal instead of vertical, trying to make somebody miss. Like I hate that around the goal line.
Yeah. And the thing is that that's normally that's something that Dimes runs as well. So I would think that he would easily combat something like that. I thought him just running downhill was actually working for him, and he got in there and he started running some weird stuff, and it was like, come on, man, like continue to run what got you down here. You moved the ball all the way downfield, and now you're in a 4th and goal situation, and you gotta pull out the magic stuff. And he missed that, bro. And he missed that one, and he had that guy open, and that guy wasn't open. Now you gotta make a throw.
And he's
oh my god.
Like, yeah, right here, he just played this so poorly.
Okay, so now what does he do? Because you guys both talked about the 1,000 paper cuts. So now what?
1,000 paper cuts doesn't change.
Okay, but now what can Blaze do to get a stop? What can he do to stop? Does he play closer to the line of scrimmage? What does he do?
Keep the quarterback in the pocket. Just keep the quarterback in the pocket. Like right there, that's good run D. That right there is good run D right there. But when he goes to pass, you got to keep him in the pocket. Like that's the only chance. If he rolls out, he's going to have the corner route wide open.
Okay. And he forced him into a 5-yard loss.
Yep.
So he's in a position right now.
He should have. Had he taken the 3, he'd be in a better situation. You're right, Trace. But he didn't, and for whatever reason, I guess he doesn't trust himself kicking.
Help him.
Oh, and he got him. And this is what you don't want. This is what you don't want.
It is May. It is May, and we still run in cover 0. Like, come on, dude.
Well, I mean, he's held him to 10 points, so it's not like
he
hasn't
cover
been mixing it up with zones. It's not like he has zones.
Cover 0 will not work against dimes in the fourth quarter when you're down 7. Like that is bad defense.
They're not getting there.
Like right there, it's wide open.
I agree. I agree. But what I'm saying is, Blaze didn't mix it with the zones like he did in the first half. And that's just him being stubborn right now. That's him trying to force a play right now.
And Dimes isn't playing for a touchdown. Dimes is playing to run the clock out.
He's playing for 10 yards at a time. Like, that's literally what he's doing. But I feel like he does that all game. And now I don't like this defense either because, like, this looks like a run to me if I've ever seen it.
Oh, this is a run. He knows that he's in zone now, so he's definitely, running the ball.
Look at the front 7. Well, look at the front. Look at the front. You got 5. I cannot believe he's passing right here. That's super dangerous by Dimes. Super dangerous.
It is. It definitely is. But that's what he's doing right now. He feels like he has a great idea of what Blaze is trying to do, and he's trying to use that against him because Blaze knows that Dimes is going to run the ball and get the clock moving, and Dimes is keeping him honest. He is keeping him honest right now. So the corners are playing off.
And he picks it off. Picks it off. You take that to the crib, Blaze.
And he got it. He got the stop.
Got the stop. Like you said, Philly, put the zones out. Hat was in man coverage. Put the zones out. Only rushed 4 there. Dimes forced it. I don't understand why Dimes ain't running the ball here. Like, especially against a front like that.
Well, I think again, it just goes back to the mind games. I felt like
the 3 points would 3 points would have been nice here. Tracy Talented says in the chat, 3 points would have.
Yeah, it would have been great. I agree with you, Trace, 100%. But I really feel like Dimes is trying to use the fact that Blaze thought he was going to run the ball against him.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
If Blaze was average on offense, he'd be winning this game.
Well, I can't call anybody that's in the AFC Championship average on offense.
Offensively, he's average. Defensively, he's phenomenal. You could be phenomenal on one side of the ball and be great. But when you're average on offense and you need points,
I'm not gonna say he's average. I think it is that, like, against anybody else, this stuff may be working. But you're running something that Dimes is familiar with. This is Dimes 10.0 right now. You're running Dimes 2.1 right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Same playbook. So there is no confusion here. There's no confusion.
Great catch. Great lucky catch. That was crazy. If had that been a DB and not a linebacker, that was an interception.
Mm-hmm.
Clock is ticking though. He does have 2 timeouts. Now if you're Blaze, you got to go for 2, right guys? You got to go.
You got to go for the win. You got to go for the win.
Oh, you
But
absolutely
then
have to,
but then
first
again,
you have to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, you
you
gotta-
haven't scored a touchdown all game, and you've taken away your opportunities.
I hate these calls. I hate these calls.
He's not calling a timeout. He's letting the
call
clock
is-
run.
Like this is why I say he's average. Like that is a terrible play call.
I mean, but again, had he kicked the field goal before the half, had he kicked the field goal in the other situation,
And
All he would need is the field goal right now.
this would be the game with a field goal.
Big game with a field goal right now.
You know,
that's fine, but you can't be living in the past. And now he has the 2 timeouts, got stopped on 4th down. Like that's just like I said. I reiterate it. That is not good offensive execution, and that's why I said he's an average offensive player.
Well, again, and I agree with you, Brian James. He's definitely not average against somebody else. This works, and you know this, B-Guard. You're going to defend so much better if somebody that you're playing is using the same playbook that you run. You're going to know that playbook very well, and you're going to have success against that. And I think that's the only thing that works.
It's not that the plays didn't work. It's that the play calls were bad. Like, you cannot run 3 times in that same drive in the 4th quarter with little time left, and you don't spend timeouts. That is bad offensive execution. That is why I call them average. It doesn't matter what the result of the play is. It's why did you call the run on 4th down with 30 seconds left while you had 2 timeouts? He just let 2 timeouts just stay there while he was on offense.
Well, I think the answer, the real answer to your question is, how do you go from having a great, game plan in the first half to being ultra conservative in the second half and running those types of plays like you mentioned at the wrong times? At the times we felt that he should have run the ball, he didn't do it. At the times we felt he should have passed the ball, he didn't do it. And so it was almost like he was not conservative in the first half, and they got ultra conservative in the second half.
Well, let's put it in the terms of actual football. You're down 7. You have 2 timeouts left. It's 3rd and 1. There's 30, 40 seconds left. You passing the ball or you running it?
I'm passing the ball.
There you go. You answered the question. But why is he running it?
Because again, he got ultra conservative in the second half. He didn't establish any.
Like that's the thing. Conservative down 7. That's a bad mindset. Like you can't go conservative down. You got to risk throwing interceptions if you're down in the 4th quarter with 40 seconds left.
My thing is
what it is.
The thing I had a problem with was Blaze defense played stellar the whole game. He played
great on defense.
Played great defense. He knew exactly what the cover, what adjustments to make when it was necessary. He baited dimes with the man coverage through the zone in there and was able to make a play. But the thing was that the intangibles. He lost based on the intangibles. He didn't take the 3. Why? Because he's not confident kicking field goals. That's one thing. He can say, oh well, this and that, but he's not confident kicking field goals. So that's the reason why he didn't take the 3. So
there's an argument on both sides.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Situation. So
No, it wasn't damned if you don't. What was your second point? Because I want to hear you say it. Because if you don't, I'm gonna say what you said earlier.
Yeah, basically, and then on top of that, then in the second half, you're thinking about the last time you met up with him, the things that happened. On offense, his offense was basically to take away Sweat. Take away Sweat or whatever. Make Sweat a non-factor in the game, and he accomplished that. But in the process, he limited himself from making the big play. He took the big play element out of it because of the way he was getting rid of the ball. He was getting rid of the ball, dumping, dink and dump, and he didn't go deep. He didn't go vertical. He didn't do anything to make a big play because of the simple fact that he was playing to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. So
and I remember you guys saying before I joined what made Dimes so much better this year. It's now that he has vertical threat.
Yes.
Like he's more comfortable passing downfield. Blaze isn't there yet.
No.
That's his biggest weakness. Is I'm not scared of you throwing downfield at all.
No.
I will let you have these little dink and dunks, like, because those are going to be long drives, and when it comes down to it, and you're settling for 3, and you took off 5 minutes, on the clock.
Yeah, Blaze controlled the game. Like he definitely controlled the game. He was in the driver's seat the whole game. It was just that he was in. And think about how many times he was in position within 30 to 20 yards of the end zone, versus how many times Dimes was. Dimes got down there. He was actually in control of the game. It was just that he didn't make the proper plays. And the thing about that is the way Madden is designed. If you don't take your 3 when you're supposed to take your 3, the game is gonna punish you. And
it's also a count of bad execution in the red zone.
Yeah.
Like when you have those dink and dunks and you're like getting a bunch of yards after the catch, like, and you got tons of space, that's all well and good. But when you're like up at the 10-yard line, you don't have a lot of space to run. Like there's going to be 3-4 defenders waiting on that one guy. So you have to make 3 or 4 guys miss to get to the end zone. And that just doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. But you touched on it. And Brian James, you had said it before. I didn't hear you say it again when you were making your points. Blaze stopped running the football.
Yeah.
In the situations where he needed to run the football,
he didn't run the football.
When he had the advantage based on the number of people that were in the box, he didn't run the football. And that unfortunately is what took him out of those opportunities that you're talking about, Bigard, because you're right. You're not going to get those one-on-one opportunities like you would in the open field. The safeties are going to be closer to the line of scrimmage. But Blaze had opportunities to run the ball, and he went away from it by trying to go east and west in the passing game. And unfortunately, it didn't give him a chance to establish something that would give him more control to go vertically and attack the middle.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this in Blaze defense too. Dimes has this allure to him, and I told you about this, B-Guard. I'm gonna tell you. Remember I told you. I said it worked too good, so I'm not gonna run it again because it's working too good. I mean, that's just like you like. Yo, eventually he's gonna stop this, and something's bad is gonna happen. I'm gonna trick him and not go for that.
And if you have that mindset, that's mind-boggling. Like, you gotta run it till they prove they can stop it.
Exactly.
Like, if they start to stop it, okay, maybe you go away from it for a little while, and then but always have it in your back pocket that you can always go back to this.
Yeah.
Like, the fact is that Blaze has a really confusing offensive game. Like you said, he didn't run when he was supposed to run. He didn't pass when he's supposed to pass, and when he did pass, it's more like a pseudo run. Because you're starting at the line of scrimmage when they catch the pass, and now they got to go upfield and make everybody miss. Yeah. Like, that's pretty much a pseudo run. It's kind of like a touch pass. It's more like a run, even though they count it as a pass, because it's behind the line of scrimmage. And like I said, like, he's got to get a vertical threat. Like, and I understand the allure of Dimes. I understand. But, man, you're the underdog. Like, you're punching up. Like why not swing for the fences?
Oh, definitely.
Like I said, definitely take some risks, because I'm telling you, no one expects you to win the game against Dimes. Nobody.
So we got a big time matchup coming up with Dimes advancing to the Super Bowl. He'll be facing MP, and it's going to be another similar matchup. They run a similar offense. I would say is spread 4.0 versus spread 10.7. And it's a
rematch.
It's a rematch. And last time MP faced off with Dimes put up ridiculous numbers because of what B-Guard? Man coverage, cover 0. And Dimes exploited the hell out of that. So I'm gonna say, and on the defensive side of the ball.
What else? What did MP do that you absolutely hate?
I hate empty sets, bro. That pissed me off. So when if we come out in empty sets, we kind of know what direction it's going. That's I feel like if you're in an empty set against Dimes, you've exhausted all resources, so you have nothing left. That's the last formation in your playbook.
Yeah, this is the back of the playbook. Hey, maybe this will work.
Maybe this will work.
Now, before we do talk about the Super Bowl matchup, I do want something in Blaze's defense. His game plan, it was a great game plan. And I know he didn't execute it the way that he wanted to, but his game plan offensively and defensively, it was phenomenal. Again, the two things working against him is Dimes is very familiar with that playbook, and Dimes has more speed and has enough speed that some of those players, they definitely get loose against other teams and in other matchups. So I definitely want to make the point that Blaze had a great game plan, and he didn't get blown out. Let's be real here. He did not get blown out. He made some coaching decisions, and he didn't execute in certain situations, which is easy for us to sit back and say, but he could have just as easily have won this game. And I definitely feel that his game plan and everything that he spent time putting together, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
I'll say this one last thing. The way the Blaze played, that's how you beat Dimes. That is exactly how you beat Dimes. You got to play slow. You got to keep the score low. Like, you have to just beat him pretty much by 3. You cannot get in a shootout with Dimes, because that will never end well for anybody unless you have just as a high-powered offense.
Definitely.
The problem was the red zone execution wasn't there. That was the big Achilles heel. That was the difference in the game. When it was all said and done and Blaze had a chance to score touchdowns, he couldn't score. And that's the game.
It should have been 24-10. That should have been the score. 24-10.
I would say Blaze outplayed him.
Yeah, he did.
But inside that 20, there's a huge difference. And
definitely.
that miss, like you said, that missed field goal really hurt him, because if he did make that field goal, maybe if he kicks that field goal and again gets a stop, we're talking about something totally different.
Totally different.
Now Dimes is on the ropes. Dimes has got to go make a play to get a field goal and win it. But him missing that field goal at halftime was the like,
he didn't even attempt the field goal. That was the thing. He didn't even attempt to take it. So it was just like, that's crazy. But
now that being said, okay, and as we go back to the Super Bowl matchup, and you alluded to this, B-Guard, okay, and you too, Brian James. Even though MP didn't have success in their first matchup, you talked about the importance of taking your shots downfield. You can't be afraid to take a shot downfield. You know the sweat is on the field, and if you have the weapons, you have to do it. Doesn't mean that you don't have a check down. Doesn't mean you go all or nothing. But you talked about the importance of having to make Dimes respect that vertical threat. Based on what you saw in their first matchup, what changes do you feel that the Cowboys need to make or can make to be successful and have the undefeated season and hoist the Vince Lombardi trophy?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If MP wants to even be in this game, first off, he has to want to be in this game. He has to have the mind state of saying, I'm going to be in this game. You can't say, oh, this is Dimes. He called me before the game and he said some nice things to me. It made my heart flutter.
Dimes is getting the block button for one.
Yeah,
Dimes getting the block button.
You can't buy into none of this. Dimes is gonna make a post in the group. He's gonna say some things. He's gonna do the mind games on you. You can't buy into it. The moment you buy into it, you already lost the game. The moment you start saying this and that, you want to do this to him, you're gonna do that, you already lost the game. The moment you engage Dimes in any type of conversation, whether it be friendly or competitive, you already lost the game. So what I'm saying is,
you're saying it's all mental. So you're saying forget the X's and O's.
No. I honestly believe that when MP got into that game the last Super Bowl he participated in versus Dimes, I honestly believe that Dimes had already won the game mentally against MP.
So, and I will say, like, I think the problem with MP is the exact opposite problem that
Blaze has.
Blaze doesn't take enough shots downfield.
MP takes too many.
MP takes way too much. So MP needs to find the balance. He needs to slow the game down.
And the thing,
if he's gonna get an open shot, he's got to, and maybe he'll take it. But the fact when he goes to that 5 wide set, like, it's something we've always talked about on here. He already has a read before it's open.
That's the thing.
At the line of scrimmage, he's like, okay, I'm throwing to this guy, and I'm throwing to him no matter what. We're not going to even look at the other receivers on the field.
Okay.
That's the reason why MP got blown out by Dimes is because he kept going to that empty set and he kept throwing to the same receiver.
Exactly.
And you can't do that with Dimes.
But his offense is not.
Whose
offense? His offense is not meant to be slowed down. MP does not run.
When I mean slow down, I mean
slow down offense.
Take your checkdowns, take your runs. Don't go for the big streak downfield, which he loves to do.
I'm going to say this.
Every other opportunity.
MP had that same run that Blaze had available to him all game long, and he deviated from it. Why? I don't know why people do that. They will have something that's working for them, and instead of just running it into the ground, they deviate from that game plan. And if MP,
I think you can relate.
Yeah, so yeah, I've definitely, but when I've actually beaten, the time I've beaten Dimes was just, we gonna run this until the wheels fall off, and whatever happens. But with Blaze, with MP, I think with MP, in the sense, if he comes out and he sticks to the game plan, he runs the game plan, he executes the game plan, he mixes it up on defense. We know, like, everybody knows what you're doing on defense. It's no secret. Like, it's a variation of what Dimes just saw just now, but it's not as executed in certain areas as Blaze executed it. But if he's able to take the strengths from what Blaze did, the success Blaze had against Dimes, take some of those things and incorporate it into his game on defense, and then on offense, look at what Blaze had success doing versus what wasn't really working for him, and focus on those things and build around that, then, and don't just hop into a game. Dimes say, hey, you ready now? No, plan the game out a day in advance. You got time to prepare and all that stuff, and we can do our part in making sure we got people here to watch you play, and things like that. So make sure you do that, and we'll see what happens, man. But make sure you guys tune in, hit that like, hit that follow button. We'll be back sometime. We'll make an announcement about the Super Bowl, so make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook and things like that. And it'll probably be tomorrow sometime or Monday, but we'll make sure we get this game to you guys in a timely manner. Monday night, it'll definitely be Monday night. So we'll 8 p.m. Eastern. So we already got a time on that. 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 5 p.m. Pacific. So Monday night, that'll be the game. Make sure you guys keep it locked. We will see you guys Monday night. And also, tell them why they should be here. Be guard on Wednesday, man.
We got a fire podcast. You can hear me with my Tebow takes. You can hear me with my Wash Big Ben takes. You can hear me compare myself to Big Ben. We got the same body type. We probably throw the same ball. We always aching and we always caught with
Definitely.
It's a bunch of fun. We go off on a bunch of different topics.
What about the Utah Jazz?
We ain't talking about that. Anyways, we'll be back Wednesday.
Hold on. You shut your mouth, Brian James.
The Jazz are trash.
You mean the future NBA champion Utah Jazz?
Well, I'm just saying the NBA playing and playoff starts next week. So
And there's a guy playing with a peg leg. So anyways, we'll see you guys Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll have Dimes facing off with MP. We're gonna make sure we get some crazy promo videos, graphics, animations, and things like that for you guys for that game. And it's gonna be the last Super Bowl of the Madden Underground Xbox Pro League Madden 21 year. So
on current gen. It's the end of current gen.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. And we'll see you guys Monday. We'll be talking more. We'll have a little pregame for you guys. So make sure you hear probably around 5 o'clock. We'll see if we can get the game to kick off about 5:15, 5:30, or 8:30, 8:15. So make sure you guys here 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be here. We'll be ready, and we'll see who's the champion. Will it be MP or will it be Dimes again? You know what I mean? So see you guys then.